Here we are at the PGA Championship at Wentworth. We've asked your golf travel customers and golf fans to tweet questions for Lee Westwood and for Darren Clarke. So we're going to start with a couple of easy ones, please. Mark on Twitter says, first of all, Avengers or Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy, without a doubt.
Oh yeah, gotta be Guardians of the Galaxy.
Love Groot.
Guardians of the Galaxy, has to be.
Completely lost on me. Okay, this is easy. Favourite or least favourite playing partners, please?
Slow ones, least favourite.
Right.
Yeah, it's slow. They are the worst. They are the absolute worst.
36 practice swings before they duff it.
Oh, just
If you're gonna hit it bad,
hit it badly quickly. Yeah.
Most favourite playing partners?
Lee Westwood.
down.
Oh, that was very easy, wasn't it? Okay, Lee, a question for you. Most memorable Forest match you've ever been to?
Forest City in the Cup at the Etihad. Forest won 3-0 and City didn't really have a chance. It was about 7 years ago.
Happy days. And while we're on Forest, go again next season. What do you need to do over the summer?
Get better players. Clearly.
All right. While we're on football, Liverpool, would you rather have Sterling or Rodgers at the beginning of next season?
Rodgers. Holding the club ransom's not really the way forward.
Okay. Would you be upset if Sterling left this summer then?
I think there'd be a better team next season if they keep him, but if he wants to go, let him go. If he doesn't want to be there, well, why keep a player who doesn't want to be there?
Okay. And are you confident that they can be back up there next year?
They've got to make some big signings. You know, they've lost Luis Suarez last year, they lost Stevie G this year. You know, it would appear at the minute that Sterling's going to go, so they're losing a lot of players, but they don't really have any experience in there. There's no Jimmy Carragher there anymore either, so you know they seem to be lacking in guys with a lot of experience there.
So maybe sign a few leaders.
Yes.
Right, here we go from UK Golf Guide on Twitter. The hardest course on tour?
This week's pretty hard with the wind blowing and the greens firming up, and this week's pretty tough.
Okay, Wentworth.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think this is no easy course anymore. You know, you used to stand there and look at it and think, yeah, you could shoot 65 or 64 around here in the olden days, and
no, you do that after 15 holes.
Getting your excuses in early then.
Oh yeah.
Okay, fine. Right, which course would you most like to play you haven't already? You travel around the world, you play a lot of courses. Are there any you've missed, you haven't?
Cypress Point I'd like to play.
Okay.
I haven't played Memorial. Only term that I have never played that I'd like to play.
Okay. Music, favourite bands, please.
Snow Patrol.
Very good. That's a Northern Irish band, isn't it?
Well done, Georgie.
Thank you.
10 out of 10.
Thank you. Look at me with my music knowledge.
I like anything really.
Do you? Anything you don't like?
Jazz.
Jazz. Oh, hate jazz.
Oh, really? I'm thrash metal, me. I can't stand it. Favourite sporting event you've ever been to, says Sam on Twitter. I'm saying non-golf.
Non-golf. Favourite sporting event? Cheltenham.
Cheltenham races?
Mayweather Pacquiao fight a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
Yeah, it
no,
was
you
incredible,
went to that,
wasn't
didn't
it?
you?
I did, yeah. I didn't see many punches, but I was there.
All right, in body if not in mind.
Yes.
Ben on Twitter asks, have you ever tried to play golf left-handed? If so, how was it?
Yes. And
Okay. Lee, can you...
It is the internet, I suppose, isn't it? Left hand, yeah, not bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lee better than Darren on left-handed golf. When you were kids, what were your handicaps when you were, let's say, turning teenagers, says DC14 on Twitter. Let's go for 13 years old.
13. I started playing when I was 11, went from 36 to 13 in my first year and 13 to 3 in my second year.
Okay, so 3.
I only started playing when I was 13, so 54 I think was my first handicap, and I won a stable by about 30 points, so that should soon go up. You're going to cheat properly.
Yeah, he was protecting his handicap at that stage.
I'm taking tips from the best. Hugh on Twitter says, it's your last day on Earth. Where'd you go to play golf? My question is, do you play golf at all?
Why would you play golf? You go to the pub. Why would you possibly want to go and play golf?
Find a golf course as close to the nearest good hospital as you can find. It's your last day.
Right.
Might be able to resuscitate you if you get there quick enough. And then you get a double whammy.
Look at that, he's thought about it.
That's too clever, that
Very
one for me.
good. Gina asks who your style icons are, saying, is David Ginola a style icon for you, Darren?
No, our husband, though, in fairness, I mean, he's such a stallion. You know, Andrew, he's a model personified. He should be on the catwalk, personally, I think.
I think that might be a private joke, that one. Best restaurant you've ever eaten at, says
I
Sam
noticed
Jenkins.
you didn't ask me that.
No, I didn't. Sorry, Lee. Is Davigilla your style icon? I'm going to suggest no.
Nicholson Worcester.
Okay. Sam says best restaurant you've ever eaten in. Get your plugs in early, boys.
Like the Cliff in Barbados.
Yeah,
Never
I've
been there.
Very nice.
It's good.
Yeah.
This is like a posh restaurant off, isn't it? I'm not going to be part of this conversation.
Where have
Like
I been?
Scott's in London.
Yeah, I know Scott's.
Where else is good in London? I've been to most of them. I used to live
Angela
here.
Hartnett's. Tom Sellers.
Zuma Bangkok we're partial to.
Yes, remember, yeah.
Nobu.
Yeah, oh yes.
Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah.
What's the worst question you get asked in interviews, says Megan? Is it this one?
Do you like playing golf?
What's your favourite golf course?
Oh, dear.
That's an instant turn.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't ask you that. I think I might have done already. Never mind, too late. Right, Tom on Twitter. Would you ever consider buying any of Ian Poulter's golf clobber?
Well, when I was a bit fatter a few years ago, he did cater for the rather larger sized gentlemen as well, so I have to admit I did wear a few bits and pieces.
Right.
No.
Okay, now actually, while we're on the conversation, you're both very slimmed down, I've noticed. Both of you look very
Have
good.
you noticed? Yeah.
I have noticed. I can't help but notice. I'm a little bit jealous. Let's give tips to people who want to slim down and use Lee Westwood and Darren Clarke as their inspiration, please.
Stop eating sugar.
Okay.
Lots of veg. Nice lean meat.
Right.
Not too many carbs.
High protein, low fat, low carbs.
Okay. How do you get around that with the odd, bit of drink? What do you do?
Well, you have red wine instead of white wine.
Okay.
You have gin and tonic or
Can I
vodka
still
tonic.
drink champagne?
Just don't drink.
Yeah, just we don't drink.
No, I know.
We're teetotal. So
I know you're both teetotal.
We don't drink.
This is a silly question really now because it's asking who has the better beard and you've shaved yours off today.
Took mine off this morning, so Darren obviously
So
has
Darren
much
wins.
better beard.
Who has the best beard?
Yeah, I got a bit of a low setting. I mistakenly the other morning, it was a little bit of a haze. Got the trimmer out and the setting was not the number in which I thought
You're
it was.
back to
so
stubble.
it's gone a little bit too short.
Right, who would win in an arm wrestle competition between the two of you? Because you both gym, don't you?
Be close.
Would you like to take part in an arm wrestling competition, or would you like to keep that
I
speculative?
don't. No, I think with trying to participate this week is probably best not because we both want to win.
Yeah, you don't want to be like arm tired, do you?
No,
That'd be terrible.
Definitely.
Okay.
Right arm's tired, it's never a good thing.
Well, I can imagine. Right, what aspect of each other's game do you most admire or are jealous of?
I've always been a great admirer of Darren's mental game.
And
He
what?
didn't. I don't know why you laughed. He said it with a completely straight face.
Well, he does. He's very good at that. You can tell lies with a straight face. He's very good.
No, Darren's long iron play is when he's on in the top 3 in the world.
And the thing with Lee off the tee, whenever we used to play Ryder Cups together and stuff, blah blah blah. When I'm standing on down the fairways, if he was driving off in the par 4s or whatever, I knew he was going to split them.
I thought for 1 minute you were going to say Machippin.
It's come on, leaps and bounds.
I know.
You're a
Now
wizard.
hit the green.
You're a wizard.
Do you set goals for the year, and if so, what are your goals for this year?
I used to set goals, but now I don't really set goals. I just try and improve all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you set goals, you don't achieve them, then is it a failure? Yet if you've had a good year, because you're not going to set low goals, are you? So, whilst you hear people say they set their goals and stuff, some people like it, some people don't. I'm seriously, I don't.
And at the end of a season, when you sit down and you think about what you need to, I know that the golf year kind of runs into itself now, actually. But is there a point at which you sit down with your swing coach or your putting coach and set targets for the coming year, or not at all?
Well, you're always trying to improve,
Yeah.
so it doesn't make any difference what it is. We all feel that we can improve, and in whatever areas, everything's room for improvement.
I think you sit down at the end of a year and analyse your year and see where things have gone right and where things have gone wrong and which aspects of your game you need to improve, and look at all of the statistics that are available to you. Some of us use statistics off, say, the PGA Tour, the ShotLink. Others, will have a personal sort of statistician as well. So, you bring all those together and, you'll know in the back of your mind as well which parts of the game have let you down. So, you analyse all that, and then that's when you start working the end of that year or the beginning of the next year on the aspect that's let you down. It's when you get to a certain level, everybody gets good shots. It's how good the bad shots are. that you hit. So and whether you can roll those 3 shots into 2, or make the odd 6 or 7 footer that you haven't been making that year. So and then you find drills to try and improve that.
Now, you talked before winning the Open Championship about the psychological help that you got to just learn to deal with beating yourself up, which is something you're quite famous for, really.
I'm wonderful at that.
Brilliant at beating yourself
Brilliant.
up. And how your head is such an intrinsic part of golf. What have you learned over your years as professionals in terms of bad rounds, bad shots, good rounds, good shots, that kind of thing?
Well, it's theoretically, it's much more beneficial to try and forget about your bad shots and remember your good ones. That's a little bit more difficult to do than what's actually how it sounds. But golf is a game of up and downs, and it's going to be, you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days, and as Lee just said there, you're trying to turn maybe a bad day, which is a 75, into a 70 or 71.
Yeah.
You never know when your good days are coming. I played with a practice round with Darren at Royal St George's, and
That was great that day.
he actually walked a few holes because he couldn't face hitting the ball.
I was so off.
And about 4 or 5 days later, he was stood there like that.
Holding the jump.
With the claret jug. So there we go.
That's the game.
Let's finish with a stupid one from Katie on Twitter. Katie York. If you were a fruit or vegetable, what would you be and why? This is deep insight.
Cucumber.
And why? Just the stupidest vegetable you could think of.
No. I'll take the 5th on that one. Lee, you can answer.
Cucumber. Strange shaped vegetable you picked there.
Why, Lee? What's yours?
I don't know. Melon? I don't know.
Watermelon?
Yeah, probably a
Green
watermelon.
melon?
Yeah.
Okay. You see, pointless question to finish off. But there we go. Ask Lee, ask Darren, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Geordie.
Thank you.
Thank you.